Supreme light, I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independence, you can never dim the light. The day's math is understanding, I'm about to get them right. The contrast to its astral take fight. The only thing you really missing is understanding the fight. Supreme, supreme. Starring each sage and weed, I'm about to take speed and enter in me, mastering 55 degrees. The deity, higher in fire and cold water, into samadhi. You could never know my body. Bars. Naga.
Didn't think I was gonna do it again, but here it go. Returning them bomb bars into the supreme flow. Respect, I only move for divineness. My center point of circle can't follow the line in. I manifest supreme being, embodiment, connected to the stars. Light points be my history. Manifesting, bringing back everything that's meant for me. My infantry. You don't really know who on my spirit team. I keep it me. Move through the air like the smoking head. Pick it out, let it go. Black fist in the afro. I'm on a horse, Geronimo, shooting a bunch of arrows on top of every pyramid. Repping just like the pharaohs. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I freed the ibis, so got the bird's eye view. Yo, I freed the ibis and got the bird's eye view. Respect. Naga.
Bars heavy, bench press, you'll get your size up. Yeah, they always want to know really what's up inside us, we riders. Don't get it twisted, I'll break in sizes, you modest. I'ma stay king born son, I promise. Try to cross that, you need to know where the line is. I was raised with gorillas, pit bulls, and piranhas. Solar ecliptic, see the reflection through the lumen. And I can see the gold from the sun come up through the turmeric. The star need bay leaf and time, I'm cooking food again, a hooligan. Knowledge born supreme cipher, the gods two of them. Divine balance in one motion become two of them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Bars.
I was here, I was there, I was all over the map. From the back, it's a rap, they ain't catch me in a trap. Why you thinking you hard, boy? I'm ripping these bars up. Spit like a sawed off, I'm sick of the nausea. Running rap like a Rajan, you need to take caution. Taking my portion, repping divine one. Shine brighter than 12 suns, you hoping the hell come. Keep thinking how you thinking, I'm cooking the well done. You can claim they're your peoples, but watch them go tell something. Everybody swear they real, but everybody be frightened. I'm cool, I'm laid back, I'm rolling the blunt. But I don't care what they say, I just do what I want. I ain't talking to you, so just mind your business. Knowledge is born, and I birthed the wisdom supreme.
Question. Would you die for me?
Yes.
That's too easy. Would you live for me?
Yes.
Careful. Do not say this oath thoughtlessly. Desire becomes surrender, surrender becomes power.
This is a piece that I put together. Short, but interesting. I hope you enjoy it. Naga.
Always around. Like it's trying to lead me somewhere. I feel so familiar with it. Like I know this somehow. I'm not crazy. You just don't understand me. Or yourself for that matter. And what do you think you know about who we are?
Nah, you're not crazy. We're something different, King. But it's still foggy. Let me walk with you.
Oh, so you want to build. You already know the vibes.
Well, what I've read so far is that our culture has been around for billions, maybe more. We carry a genetic link to the divine creators that established civilization.
Oh, snap. That's what's up. My grandma used to say I had an old soul. Wait, something's not right. I think it's happening again. I gotta get out of here.
As he runs down the stairs and into the streets, the spirit of the Black Nagas has awakened in him.
Supreme thought, supreme being,
Oh snap! That wasn't supposed to do that just now. I don't know why I came back on. So, wagwan, wagwan, everybody, everybody, everybody. Ain't nobody here but me right now. Everybody. Yo, all right. So today's live is based off belief, and it's specifically a reason why I'm talking to y'all about belief because of it's how the download hit me. You know what I'm saying? And right now it's like everybody washing the wave of all the biblical stories, like everything that happened, they washing it away because the truth is basically coming out as far as time, dates, and iniquity. Even people who believe in the value of certain biblical aspects are starting to understand. Like I was listening to these Christian dudes talk on their channel yesterday, Christians, hard body, and they was like very definitive, and they was saying, the flood was supposed to be thousands of years ago, and we're just understanding it was 10 years. It only lasted 10 years. And it was, I don't know, it's a whole big thing, you know what I'm saying? So that I'm not even about to get all in that, but what I'm about to get into is this belief aspect. And the belief aspect had everything to do with the flow of the universal principle. So even with the serpentine understanding the wisdom and connected in between 1 point or 2 points, this is a particular energy that flows one direction. So even the wisdom points that solidified them, that came off of the original force energy. So it was a story when they was talking about Moses and the Pharaoh, and they was talking about how, Pharaoh's wizards, the Pharaoh's staff, he had the serpent, and Moses came in and put his staff down and turned to the serpent. And then, he was showing the Pharaoh that he can do what he can do. And then he called his wizards over, and then the wizards laid down their staff, and then Moses' staff ate the other snakes and all that. See, allegories is ill, especially when you don't understand the value behind the reason of somebody making a story of manipulation to that value. Like, what does it mean to have another serpent energy, another serpentine energy? Now you got to keep in mind the directions that this picture or the ideology of how they were showing you this side and this side. So on this side, you had a mass amount of them. You had a bunch of them. They was all comfortable together. They were equal in size, but they were one force, right? Larger one force. And you had this one smaller force that was able to devour the large force. And then ultimately, check this out. These are all waves of energy, right? The large set. These are all the wizards that are together. They all threw it. So it's like 7 of them. They all threw theirs down. They're you know what I'm saying? You had the one come in there like, my force is better than yours, and he had one wave. Come on, man. Walk with me, y'all. Please, y'all, walk with me, man. Don't let this go over your head. And they made it look like the bigger in the little situation. They made it look like, the bigger to the giant, the little one to the giant being, what I'm saying? You had to prove the point of who was real and who wasn't. See, these are ideologies, and the ideologies can be written the way anybody wants them to be. And it was even more perplexing to me as I got deep into it, and it was talking about the burning bush that was speaking to him, telling him to do these things, telling him you have to go convince them. You got to go make them believe you. He was like, you got to make them believe you. And he was like, well, if that don't work, stick your hand in your shirt and pull it out and show them that you got this disease, and then put it back in your shirt and then show them that it's gone. That'll make them believe you. So there's a lot of convincing going on. There was a lot of forced convincing going on. It was a lot of play to make one believe. And why is that important? Why was that specific for that time or for that? And you have to understand when we speak of a time, what a time symbolizes, and then the attributes that play in a certain particular attribute of time. So if before the time of knowing, which is the aspect of Aquarius that we're in right now, we're in Aquarius season right now. Well, Aquarius, the Aquarius timeline, we're on that right now. So knowing that, And even they said you are going to the point where the knowledge will, you have the one bearing the knowledge, pouring the water out for everybody to have. You know what I'm saying? Like all the truth. All right, so that's the time we in right now. So the time before this was the time of belief. So that means that any means necessary, they had to make you believe. Don't care what they did, as long as they could pull off a belief aspect, because the time that they was in, that time would solidify the motion what they was trying to do. We are oblivious to certain circumstances, and it goes way over our heads. So knowing that belief was the timeline that the whole planet was in at that moment. That meant anything I did to forcify a belief on you, whether it was fear, whether it was love, whether it was religion, whether it was murder, whether it was anything I wanted, it would have came into fruition because this was the time of belief. You can make anything up. You can draw pictures on the wall. You can put animal heads on, and you can run around, and you can scare the shit out of people if you wanted to. You would have brought the belief value because that was the time of belief. Now we're in the time of knowing, and this is why this is even more important, because we come from the time of belief. So right now, even with that integrity base, we want to believe stuff right now. We want to believe things are going to work out. We want to believe things is getting better. We want to believe. The problem with that is it's not knowing. That's the problem with belief in this time. We're in the time of Aquarius. I got to know. I can't believe in you. I got to know. All that waiting to see and be patient bullshit is out the window. A lot of y'all don't even see that right now because y'all still saying, just hold on. It's coming. No, that's tales from the last universe, the last time we was in. And it was crazy because I did a download. I was like, yo, the universe was telling me it's more to these readings, yo. It's more to them, yo. And y'all got to start tapping into different animal aspects because there's more constellations. I seen a lot of people watch that, but it went over everybody's head. It went over everybody's head, and I know that because nobody's realizing the time we in. We're in the time of Aquarius. This is the knowing. So everything that got to do with knowing is going to be perplexed. It's going to help you value the reality of what you're doing, what you live in. Peace, Queen. You already know the vibes. It's going to help everything come into fruition. Everything that you know is going to work. Everything that you know right now is going to work. Everything that comes across the table is going to work. If you know it, if you just believe in it, that belief might let you down. That belief might let you down. And the only reason why I'm telling you this is because the universe guides the agenda. It's like time delegates agenda. What time are we in? We're not in the age of belief no more. That's why everything that was making us believe all this bullshit for all these whatever years we just went through is falling. So now we can't believe anything. You got to know something. You got to know this. And yo, when this download hit me, when it hit me early this morning, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Because I'm sitting here like, listen, because I ain't going to front. I watch and I listen to a lot of people. I watch some little readers here and there, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, that sounds like that's up my alleyway, right? That sounds like that's close to me. And you know what? Resonance energy has nothing to do with the new age of energy that we're dealing with. The new age of energy that we're dealing with is knowing. So we're stepping out of belief. So some of that belief energy is still holding on to us. That was the old integrity. It's like half your shirt is knowing and the rest of your body is belief. So you still got a belief outfit. You ain't come out of that yet. And that's the energy that we're dealing with. But we're going to break it down in these ways. It's going to be said, oh, you're rising, you're graduating, this is happening, da-da-da-da. No, the universe don't play. The universe do waves. So you got to watch the wave that you in. You got to know the flow of energy that's coming through at the moment. That's why I was saying, yo, watch the waves of the universe. Watch the time. We too busy watching what's going on around here. We too busy worrying about how this is going to work. If you know the time of the universe that's coming in, you can be ahead. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy. So I had a big piece of amethyst like this big. Somebody stole it. Stole my amethyst, yo. Big piece. I'm like, you right. Thief. You know what I'm saying? Thieves. It's all good. You know what I mean? I'll get another one. But ultimately, my point is we got to be on a whole nother level of understanding right now. And everything that's supposed to work is going to be particular to you knowing that that's going to work. Not you saying, I believe it's going to happen, or I believe in them, or no, you're going to know some shit. And that's going to be every contract. That's going to be every motion. That came from the old energy of our ancestors back in the day. When we spoke Swahili and we spoke other languages, they didn't have terms of endearment of confusion like I don't know or I didn't understand or maybe and stuff like that. Those words wasn't created in the language. They spoke direct. It was I am, I did. It wasn't even an I will, because I'm not gonna say I will if I'm in the process of it. You see what I'm saying? It kind of defeat the purpose when you know something. See, the world took us away from that. The world ripped us away from knowing. That made you feel like you don't know enough. You had to use somebody else in order to verify what you know. Nah, that time the universe ain't even speaking to that right now. And if y'all not listening and paying attention to astrology, understanding the vibes of the universe, you're gonna be like, well, that's cool too. I tried to rap. This is funny though. I tried to rap my dome with this black rap, right? And the way I got it on, because I don't got my dreads up. Normally, if I got my dreads up, you know what I'm saying, I rap it like a turban, right? But since I got my dreads down right now, I'm just rapping my big ass head, right? So I'm not realizing that even though this rap is long, it's like if I put it like this, it hang all the way down the head, like it's long. I should be able to rap with no problem, but I got a domicile, like my head is big, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't be realizing it, you know what I'm saying, by the way I be moving, you know what I'm saying? But I really got like the God dome, like my up under here, this joint is big, yo. Like I tried to, and I pulled it around one time like this, and I went to go back around, and I squeezed it, like I was like, ugh, and I tied it into a knot right here, right, and my head was throbbing. It was like, boom, boom. I started hearing like a loud pitch sound. I was like, yo, you better loosen it out before you pass out. So I loosened it up. I was like, oh, you can't do that, yo. You can't tie this in the back of your head. Your head too big, yo. So I couldn't even tie it. Like after I loosened it up, Norman, I tucked it in because it didn't reach the tie. I was like, yo, your head big, yo. This don't make no mistake. And then sometimes I be realizing if I go put my shirt on, I gotta like force my head through the shirt hole, like through the neck hole. Yeah, yo, it's bad for business. It's funny. Don't pay me no mind. Don't pay me no mind. But nah, what I'm saying is I know that my head is big, yo. I understand that. So I ain't about to play around with it. I ain't gonna try to squeeze it into something that don't fit. I got a big head, so I got to give me a bigger piece of cloth. I'm joking, but that's how knowing works. You know what I'm saying? That's how the knowing works. You know something and then you execute the value. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm being retarded, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things that we're dealing with as far as in our function of energy is being patient for something that we want to have belief for. We want to have belief that things are going to get better. We want to have belief that this may happen. We want to have belief that this may fall into this aspect. Well, the only way these things are going to work in life, unless you put that energy into knowing that it's going to work. That changes the value of the reality. That's when you start to become the creator because you know now. Because you know now. You see what I'm saying? And that's the real point of the value. How much work are you putting in to assure that you know something? Or are you just putting in work so you can sit down and think you know? And see, that's where the pretense get lost to the value. We're in a different season. We're in a different age we living in. And it's time for us to start acting like we know that we're in this different age. So in order for us to assure that things are going to work right for us and they're going to go the way it's supposed to, then that means we got to put the energy in to line it up that way. So then when we go to execute it, we know that worked. That's like saying I got all the ingredients to make this food. I'm about to cook. So I didn't speak to you until I told you I was about to cook. Because I went shopping. I got all the groceries and the seasonings and ish. And I got everything clean. You came like, what you doing? I'm about to cook food. Because I got everything. I didn't say I'm going to get stuff to cook food. So you can be like, nah, I believe she coming back in 10 minutes. She said she was going to the grocery store. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. The food right here. I'm about to saute this up real quick. Oh, okay. See, that's knowing. That's knowing. I'm just showing you and an aspect of building this quality and this criteria. So if you start understanding the fact of the separate value of you waiting on somebody to solidify something you hope to happen, opposed to you setting yourself up for something that you know gonna happen. And you know what's crazy? I just got the big bright blue light over here, like talk. The orb just popped up like bing, way over. I'm looking at y'all, but the orb like bing popped up right there. Big. They go another one. Bing, like yeah, we with you. They go another one. Bing. Look at it 3 times. They keep going. It's crazy. It's crazy. And they stand with me right now, like yeah, we right here. It's all good. But that's the point. It's time for us to formulate the actions of knowing. And you got to set up your life behind the actions of knowing. And then you working that ideal and seeing what that means for you is what's going to lead your life to go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? Contracts, relationships, placements, how things work. Not off belief, by knowing. We agree, we build, we execute, so therefore we flourish. It's a different understanding. And be silent when we go to start making these moves, my people, because that's where the truth gonna come out. That's where the real energy gonna rise. Now, y'all know ain't nobody talking about this right now. Ain't nobody on the internet saying nothing of this quality. Put it on God. And the next couple hours, in the next few days, everybody gonna be saying the same thing in their own way. It's all good though. I know I sparked emotion. I even said it in my song. Like if you listen to some of my old music, I was like, yo, I'm like a transformer. When I spit, we all spark. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. Like I don't even care. Like I be seeing it, I be hearing it all over the place. Like, yo, listen, who's trying to sound like me. That's divine though. So that's a beautiful thing. At least you listening. Well, if you're gonna listen, at least show the love back and press the button, hit the like. You know what I'm saying? Tell them like, yeah, nah. I heard that from the God, you know what I'm saying? Now Naga be talking, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that you heard that over here. You might not have heard it first over here, but you heard it clear here. And that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Show some love. I got to get out this algorithm. You see they holding me back. My analytics be showing me I get a lot of love in different aspects, but they don't be trying to let all those views come through. And a lot of my subscribers don't be pulling up. They get me stuck at 240 and I done got like 50 more already, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But anyway, I'm trying to break past the belief ideal. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get past that because that's the time that we are no longer in. We're in Aquarius. This is the knowing. So once again, you got to learn to know. You got to get into that aspect of formulating your life behind knowing that these things are taking place in your life. And when you do that, that's when things are going to occur different. So even with people who are trying to tell you your fortuitive understanding, they're going to have to start reading in the aspect of knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everything going to have to change up for that. You're going to have to know what's in your kid's book bag. You know what I'm saying? Like before they go to school, so nobody be like, yo, so-and-so. No, did you know? Did you know what was in there? Did you read what's on that bottle or you just drinking what's in there? Did you know? How well did you know that individual before you decide to go that far with them? Did you know? This is knowing age, the age of knowing. All right, now remember, ain't nobody talking like this right now, yo. So watch. Ain't get no love neither. They were like, yes, this is the age of knowing, and this is what we should be doing now. I be like, yo, look at him go. Look at him go, y'all. Look at him go. We snatching it, grabbing the light and running with it. Y'all remember the incremental science I did? Maybe the little guy had over in the picture, he was running with the light like this. Like he'll take your light like I ain't been saying this for a long time. Like, oh my God, it's crazy. Let me quit trying to chop your heads. What I'm saying is it's all good, man. Don't allow the balance of the last energy that we just left come into fruition now, because that's going to imbalance everything that you have going on. Like if you hold on to yesteryears, like as far as belief aspect, and you know how belief ties into everything, like just hold on, it's coming. You know what? Just put a little faith into it. It's gonna be there. You gotta trust it. You know what? Yo, divine energy, it only speaks to belief when it's a distance. That means the distance as far as you connecting to the understanding. So that means if you don't have the connection to the source energy and you're just walking into that, that's a distance between you and that connection. You understand what that means? So you have to have belief that you are a part of that source. That has nothing to do with the physical attributes of the world around, though. You see what I'm saying? And that's where most of us get lost as far as that criteria. Somebody can usurp that energy and tell you just that way. So now you thinking that belief has to do with everything that comes with the worldly system of things, when in fact, I'm just trying to make sure I ensure my connection to the source energy that's moving from one universe to the next. And in between that, I might have got severed because of understanding and impurity. That's how imperfect worlds are made, right? So they try to separate that value, the natural to the ill natural. You see what I'm saying? So this is a knowing that we already know that took place while in our belief state. So now when you're coming out of this belief state, how do you usurp your knowing into a fraction of having you be more sustained in this time? Because they got to catch up and change knowing around. And you see it, they changing knowing right in front of your face. The dollar bill, the food, the reality. They changing knowing right in front of your face. They like trying to get ahead of you. They trying to get ahead of you. Trying to get ahead of you. But look, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just letting you know what's going on, keeping you in tune with your basics. You already know the vibes. It's Naga, man. You know the Nagas. We be up there flying through the universe, looking at the time frame, watching the elements, riding the flow. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because as a kid, I remember I was like 7, 8. We used to go to the beach, and I ain't had no surfboard, but the waves would come in. My brother used to be mad because I could ride the waves on my body. Ain't even need a board. I'd be riding the waves, get the big one, and be sitting on the top of it, riding it, coming all the way down to the shore. I'm like, yo, this dude riding the wave on his body. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Silver Surfer, baby. I've been riding the universe waves. I didn't even know I was doing it. But the divine lets you remember. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I know. And what I know is I've been in these shoes right here. I ain't searching for knowledge because I already got it. You already know the vibes. Naga. Shell, you already know the vibes. Love.
Green light, I manifest the knowledge for wisdom to shine bright. How you think you see the moon unless in the sun bright? Women claim independent, you can never dim the light. The day's math is understanding, I'm about to get them right. The contrast to its astral take fight. The only thing you really missing is understanding the fight. Supreme. Star in each sage and weed, I'm about to take speed and enter in me, mastering 55 degrees. The deity, higher and fire and cold water, into samadhi. You could never know my body. Bars. Naga.
Didn't think I was gonna do it again, but here it go. Returning them bomb bars into the supreme flow. Respect, I only move for divineness. My center point and circle can't follow the line in. I manifest supreme being, embodiment, connected to the stars. Light points be my history. Manifest and bringing back everything that's meant for me. My infantry. You don't really know who on my spirit team. I keep it lean. Move through the air like the smoking head. Pick it out, let it go. Black fist in the afro. I'm on a horse, Geronimo, shooting a bunch of arrows on top of every pyramid. Repping just like the pharaohs. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I'm repping everything new, I stand in Heru. I freed the ibis, so got the bird's eye view. Yo, I freed the ibis and got the bird's eye view. Respect. Naga.
Bars heavy, bench press, yo, get your size up. Yeah, they always want to know really what's up inside us. We riders. Don't get it twisted, I'll break in sizes. You modest. I'ma stand king born son, I promise. Try to cross that, you need to know where the line is. I was raised with gorillas, pit bulls, and piranhas. Solar ecliptic. See the reflection through the lumen. And I can see the gold from the sun come up through the turmeric. The star need bay leaf and time. Cooking food again, a hooligan. Knowledge born supreme cipher, the gods two of them. Divine balance in one motion become two of them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Student and the teacher bring the knowledge to both you and them. Bars.
I was here, I was there, I was all over the map. From the back, it's a rap, they ain't catch me in the trap. Why you thinking you hard, boy? I'm ripping these bars up. Spit like a sawed off, I'm sicker than nausea. Run and rap like a Rajan, you need to take caution. Taking my portion, repping divine one. Shine brighter than 12 suns, you hoping the hell come. Keep thinking how you thinking, I'm cooking the well done. You can claim they're your peoples, but watch them go tell something. Everybody swear they real, but everybody be frightened. I'm cool, I'm laid back, I'm rolling the blunt. But I don't care what they say, I just do what I want. I ain't talking to you, so just mind your business. Knowledge is born and I birthed the wisdom supreme.
Question. Would you die for me?
Yes.
That's too easy. Will you Would you live for me?
Yes.
Careful. Do not say this oath thoughtlessly. Desire becomes surrender. Surrender becomes power.
This is a piece that I put together. Short, but interesting. I hope you enjoy it. Naga.
Always around. Like it's trying to lead me somewhere. I feel so familiar with it. Like I know this somehow. I'm not crazy. You just don't understand me. Or yourself for that matter. And what do you think you know about who we are?
Nah, you're not crazy. We're something different, King. But it's still foggy. Let me walk with you.
Oh, so you want to build. You already know the vibes.
Well, what I've read so far is that our culture has been around for billions, maybe more. We carry a genetic link to the divine creators that established civilization.
Oh, snap. That's what's up. My grandma used to say I had an old soul. Wait, something's not right. I think it's happening again. I gotta get out of here.
As he runs down the stairs and into the streets, the spirit of the Black Nagas has awakened.